BBC Television presents...
Hancock.
What's all this then, Hancock? Now, let me see. Yes, another king and a pair of queens. Poker, is it? Poker? Nothing so venal, Sid. I'm researching my family tree, and I finished it, so I'm off. You're going out then? Indeed I am, Sid. The BBC want me to appear on that worn-out old chestnut of theirs. Who do you think you are? I'm only doing it out of respect for them. Do my bit and all that. Go through the motions. Really? Are you sure? King who? Of course I'm not doing it to show off my pedigree and all that. I won't let them know I know. Half the fun for the viewers is the surprise when a famous name pops out. Of course you don't want to let everyone know how important you are. That wouldn't be like you at all, Hancock. Yes, how well you know me, Sid. I'm just a man of the people, me. I don't want to give people the idea that I have airs and graces. By the way, you haven't seen my Dolce & Gabbana polo neck, have you? You said you threw it out when you bought that Gucci pullover you're wearing. Of course, I remember now. Got to keep up appearances, what? Can't let the great British public down, can we, Sid? So your ancestors are famous, are they? I haven't met any. Of course they are. I just don't talk about it. You don't think I'd let them meet you, do you? I can't wait to see the expression on the faces of the BBC staff. Robin Hood, gosh. Horatio Nelson, incredible. King William the Conqueror, unbelievable. Isaac Newton, well, heavens above. You're kidding. You must be making it up, Hancock. Wait a minute. Didn't Robin Hood shoot an apple off Isaac Newton's head? Exactly, Sid, old chap. They were best friends. We Hancocks are a long line from noble stock. It will be like Christmas for the BBC. They'll probably make it a Christmas special. Hancocks, who do you think you are? It's about time that wretched programme had a bit of class on it. See you later, Sid. I think he's got a shock coming. I had a look at his family tree. How did it go then? I don't want to talk about it. I'm going upstairs. You can send my dinner up on a tray. I'm not hungry. Didn't they find any royal blood then? They wouldn't know blue blood if it came squirting out all over the place like green ink. Those flaming researchers don't know a thing about family trees. They probably think a genealogist is a character in Aladdin. Amateurs, the whole bunch of them. What you been doing? You been up there hours? I've been busy. You haven't been checking that family tree of yours, have you, by any chance? No, don't be nosy. What family tree? I had a look. It's the wrong Hancock family, isn't it? How dare you? I don't want to talk about it. Your folks weren't from York, were they? That's the York Hancocks. It's not my fault. My mother always swore our family came over with the Normans. Yeah, Elsie and Eric Norman from Langley Road, East Cheam. My mother was an educated lady. It wasn't her fault. We were talking at cross purposes, that's all. It's an honest enough mistake to make, Sid. If you don't mind me saying, Hancock, where you went wrong was you started at William the Conqueror and tried to connect him up with your parents. You've gone 30 foot sideways, 20 foot back, then over to Albania before you could get there. It's the BBC's fault. They should have found someone famous. Me mother used to tell me stories at bedtime about our illustrious ancestors. Your mother made them up like fairy stories. Are you calling my mother a liar? No, she did not. I can't see how we possibly missed all the famous people in history. What were my ancestors doing out there, for God's sake? Where were they when they should have been hobnobbing? Let's be honest, Hancock. We can't all be related to royalty, can we? Who were you related to in the end? I'm not able to talk about it, Sid. Apparently there's litigation pending. If this gets out into the general public, I will be a laughing stock of the comedy world. I'm a serious comedian, as you know. It is going to get out, isn't it? The programme's due out in a few weeks on BBC Two. Oh, no, it isn't. I pulled out. My ancestors have been up to so much, the BBC reckons I'm going to be sued. They reckon I probably owe half the country millions of pounds. On account of what? On account of my grandfather was the last in line of a dynasty of career criminals, Sid. My family were the first to get a criminal record, and it stretches back before criminal records began. It's ridiculous. The BBC say they've never seen so many crooks in one family tree. Mind you, they haven't gone through yours, have they, Sid? Bah! There's nothing wrong with my family tree, I'll have you know, Hancock. We're honest as the day is long, we Jameses. Honest as the day is long. Don't forget I've met them at Christmas. Take your Auntie Elsie for a start. And what's wrong with Auntie Elsie? She had me watch her 3 times a couple of Christmases ago, and that was before she said hello. She asked me the time and looked at her own wrist. Else does magic tricks, that's all, doesn't she? Magic tricks? Yes, I'm still trying to find my silver tea service. I think she magicked that away, stuffed up her jumper. Is she pregnant? She's 74. Well, that proves it. What did I tell you? Right, I'm going to prove there's nothing wrong with my family tree, Hancock.
What's your name? Oh, yes. I remember you're the Hancock family with all the riffraff. Bet you're ashamed to show your face, aren't you? It's the worst tree I've ever seen. The only murderer I couldn't find on it was Jacques the Ripper.
No, I am not ashamed. Why should I be? You, sir, are a charlatan. You wouldn't know a family tree from a flaming Christmas tree. What are you doing here? I said I wasn't going on your stupid show.
Oh, don't be like that. We're still friends, aren't we? We've come to interview Mr. James. Is he in? Do you know him? Well, there you are then. You do know some famous people after all.
Sid isn't as famous as me as it happens. I had my picture in Hello magazine just last week.
I think I saw it. Your picture was on a wanted poster, wasn't it?
If you don't belt up, I'll slosh you one. Hang on, Hancock. He's going to tell us all about the James family tree. Well, I can tell you now, your ancestors were the ones leading my ancestors astray.
Tut, Mr. Hancock. If you want to sit in on Mr. James's family tree, I suggest you show some respect. We may have some surprises coming your way.
I suggest you try surprising me then. I'll feel quite happy, though, if Sid here has some famous people in his family tree. I'm not the jealous sort. I don't mind Sid having a few relatives who are minor celebrities.
You're looking jealous already, and I ain't even starting.
Right, are you sitting comfortably, Mr. James? Let's turn to the first famous name in your family tree. Henry James, the author, born 1843 and died in 1917. Famous for the novel The Turn of the Screw.
You never told me your grandfather was a chippy. Where can I get a copy of Turn of the Screw, Sid? B&Q? He wasn't a chippy. He was a famous author. I didn't want to show off. I'd forgotten about it, to be quite honest.
But there's much more, Sid. The next person of note in your family tree is James the Sixth of Scotland, otherwise known as James the First of England, of the House of Stuart, who succeeded Queen Elizabeth I.
No. Now you're messing around with history. You've got the wrong James. He's not a Stuart. More likely a shop steward, aren't you, Sid? Come on, own up. Or Irish stew. You can mock, Hancock. Me maternal grandmother always said I had royal blood. And she gave me this kilt one day and said it was owned by Bonnie Prince Charlie himself. I've still got it upstairs. I put it on from time to time. For the sake of old legs, What's this pile of old blarney? Sid James in a kilt, whatever next? This isn't some old script from your carry-on days, is it, Sid? I've never seen you in a kilt. You're having us on. Have you got a tam o' shanter and a sporran as well? Do you do the gay Gordons on the quiet? Go on, show us your shillelagh.
Come on now, Mr. Hancock. Please show some appreciation for Sid. I don't expect you to get down on one knee and kiss his hand, but he is a seriously important historical figure.
Kiss his hand? I don't know what you're suggesting, but our relationship is perfectly proper. The only time we've kissed was under the mistletoe a few Christmases ago, and I thought it was his sister. I was sloshed.
Well, I don't understand your relationship at all, Mr. Hancock. You're from a long line of criminals, and he's royalty. What's going on? Are you holding him hostage or something? Hoping for a king's ransom?
King's ransom? I'd settle for his back rent and some 50p's for the electric meter.
Oh, just ignore him. Right, Mr. James, there's another famous person in your family tree. Have you heard of James, the brother of Jesus?
I don't believe what I'm hearing. James, the brother of Jesus? You don't expect me to believe all this old twaddle, do you? This means Sid's related to Jesus Christ. Well, what of it? Are you surprised? Surprised? My gob's been well and truly smacked. This morning I woke up in the room next to an aging B-movie comedy actor, and now tomorrow I'm waking up the room next to God. Where's your halo? I'll get me harp, shall I?
Come, Mr. Hancock. This is wonderful news. We've actually found God. It's sure to get top ratings on BBC One.
That's the point, Sid. We might be able to make a few bob out of this. No. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in you. I'm not staying in the same house as God. You'll have to move, for heaven's sakes. This house isn't big enough for the both of us.
God moves in mysterious ways, Mr. Hancock, so it won't be Pickford's. No, you'll have to turn number 22 railway cuttings into a shrine. There'll be pilgrims. They'll want to wash Sid's feet.
He can wash his own flaming feet. Mind you, he hasn't been near the bathroom for weeks. I give up. I'll pack me bags. I know when I'm not wanted. I can't stand the humiliation. Don't worry, Hancock. I'll own up. We've been having you on. Thanks, Sid, you're not God. I knew it. You didn't have me fooled for a minute. Yes, very funny. You can go back to being good old Sid, layabout of the parish.
Not quite, Mr. Hancock. The bit about James, the brother of Jesus, we made up, but all the rest of it is true.
So that means Sid's related to Henry James, James the First of England and Bonnie Prince Charlie, and you're related to Sweeney Todd, Edward Crepin and the Body Snatchers Burgonaire.
In that case, Sid, your rent's gone up to 150 quid a week, backdated to 1625. Cash, make it snappy or I might get ugly.